Rome was never supposed to exist. It was born from blood, betrayal, and murder. Its founders were abandoned to die. Its rulers vanished, or where it led. And yet, against every rule of history, this city conquered the world. For over 1,000 years, Rome rose, fell, rebuilt, and transformed itself, not once, but again and again. This is not just the story of an empire. This is the story of power, paranoia, ambition, and survival. This is Rome. Rome's story begins not with certainty, but with legend. In the city of Alba Longa, twin boys were marked for death. Their crime. Being born. Sons of the god Mars and immortal woman, Romulus and Remus, were abandoned to the wild. They should have died. Instead, they survived, raised by a wolf, then by a shepherd. Years later, the brothers returned to claim their destiny, but destiny demanded a sacrifice. In a violent argument over where their city should stand, Romulus killed Remus. Rome was founded on the blood of a brother. To populate the city, Romulus opened Rome as a refuge for outcasts, criminals, and exiles. But there was one problem: no women. So Rome took them by force, an act remembered as the abduction of the Sabine women. War followed. But eventually, peace. Rome learned its first lesson early. Violence and compromise would always walk side by side. Rome's kings rarely died peacefully. One was killed in a riot. Another vanished during a storm. Others ruled through religion, fear, or force. Delaskin Tarquin the Proud ruled like a tyrant. He murdered rivals, ignored the people, and pushed Rome too far. In the 6th century BCE, the people rose up. The monarchy was destroyed. Rome declared itself free. Or so it claimed. The new republic promised liberty, but power belonged to a handful of elite families. The patricians, the majority, the plebeians, had almost no voice. For decades, tensions simmered. Then came resistance. Strikes, protests, political shutdowns. Slowly, concessions were forced. Written laws, elected tribunes, and limited protections. But the poor remained poor. And Rome turned outward. War became Rome's solution to every problem. Italy fell. Then Spain. Then North Africa. After defeating Carthage in the Punic Wars, Rome stood unrivaled in the Mediterranean. But victory brought greed, and greed brought chaos. Reforms meant to strengthen Rome would destroy it. Soldiers were now paid promised land, and loyal not to the state, but to their generals. Armies became political weapons. Civil war erupted. Rome witnessed the unthinkable, its own generals marching on the city. The Republic survived, but barely. Then came a man who would change everything. In 49 BCE, Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon River. There was no turning back. Rome plunged into civil war. Caesar defeated his rivals, including Pompey, betrayed and murdered in Egypt. There, Caesar met Cleopatra. Their alliance reshaped the Mediterranean. Back in Rome, Caesar was unstoppable. Beloved by the people, feared by the Senate. When he named himself dictator for life, Rome's elites made their choice. On the Ides of March, they stabbed him again and again. But killing Caesar did not save the Republic. It destroyed it. Another civil war followed. Caesar's heir, Octavian, faced off against Mark Antony and Cleopatra. The final battle decided everything. Octavian won. Egypt fell. The Senate bowed. In 27 BCE, Rome had an emperor. His name was Augustus. Augustus ruled wisely, hiding his power behind the illusion of tradition. Peace followed. Roads stretched across continents. Rome became marble. But not all emperors were builders. Some were monsters. Caligula declared himself a god. Nero watched Rome burn and blamed Christians. Others were poisoned, stranguled, or stabbed. Yet Rome endured. Under emperors like Trajan, Hadrian, and Marcus Aurelius, the empire reached its greatest height. From deserts to forests, from Britain to the Near East. but cracks were forming. The 3rd century nearly killed Rome. Emperors rose and fell in months. Borders collapsed. The economy shattered. One man stopped the bleeding. He divided power, reorganized the empire, and hunted Christians relentlessly. Ironically, persecution only strengthened the faith. Then came Constantine. After a vision, he embraced Christianity and changed history forever. Rome gained a new capital, Constantinople. The empire split. In 476 AD, the Western Empire collapsed, but Rome was not dead. In the East, it lived on for another 1,000 years. Empires fall, cities burn, names fade, but Rome never truly died. It lives in our laws, our roads, our languages, our ideas of power itself. Rome didn't just rule the world, it taught the world how to rule.